அந்த புலகமலந்தாயடி போற்றி சந்தங்க தென்னிலங்கை செற்றாய் திரள் போற்றி பொன்றச்சகதம் உதைத்தாய் புகழ் போற்றி கந்த குனிலாய் எறிந்தாய் கடல் போற்றி குன்று குறையாய் எரித்தாய் குணம் போற்றி வென்ற பகை கெடுக்கும் நின் கையில் வேல் போற்றி என்றென்றும் சேவகமே எத்திப்பதை குல்வான் இன்றியாம் வந்தோம் இறங்கி எம்பாவாய்.
அஸ்மத் குரு பரம்பராயை நமஹ. ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதாரிய கவிதார்க்கிகேசரி வேதாந்தாச்சாரியவர்யோ மே சந்நிதத்தாம் சதா ஹிருதி நீலாதுங்கஸ்தனகிரிதடி சுப்தமுத்போத்ய கிருஷ்ணம் பாரார்த்தியம் ஸ்வம் சுதிசதசிரஸ் சித்தமத்யாபயந்தி சோச்சிஷ்டாயாம் ஸ்ரஜினிகலிதம் யாபலாத் கிருத்தபுங்க்தே கோதாதசை நமேதமிதம் பூய ஏவாஸ்து பூயः அன்னவயல் புதுவை ஆண்டாள் அரங்கற்கு பன திருப்பாவை பல்பதியம் இனிசையால் பாடிக் கொடுத்தாள் நற்பாமாலை பூமாலை சூடிக் கொடுத்தாளை சொல்லு சூடிக் கொடுத்த சுடர்குடியே தொல்பாவை பாடியருள வல்ல பல்வளையாய் நாடினே வெங்கடற்கென்னை விதியென்ற இம்மாற்றம் நங்கடவா வண்ணமே நல்கு. ஆண்டாள் திருவடிகளே சரணம், பெருமானார் திருவடிகளே சரணம், சிறொன்று தொப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் திருவடிகளே சரணம். அன்று உலகம் அளந்தாய் அடி போற்றி சென்றங்கு தென்னிலங்கை செற்றாய் திரள் போற்றி பொன்றச் சகடம் உதைத்தாய் புகழ் போற்றி கன்று குணிலாய் எறிந்தாய் கழல் போற்றி குன்று குடையாய் எடுத்தாய் குணம் போற்றி வென்ற பகை கெடுக்கும் நின் கையில் வேல் போற்றி என்றென்றும் உன் சேவகை எத்திப் பறைகொள்வான் இன்றியாம் வந்தோம் இறங்கேலோர் எம்பாவாய். Today we will enjoy the 24th Pasuram of Thiruppavai. This Pasuram glorifies Bhagavan's avadharams and it is very auspicious in Thiruppavai. The prayers are in the form of a pallandu wishing a long life for Bhagavan, Mangala Sasanam, and it can be recited many times. Let us go into the Swabadesam, the inner meaning, how Thiruppavai in each and every Pasuram relates to the Prabhati Sastram. Today we will look at the 24th Pasuram. Andal's Mangala Sasanam. When elders bless the young one, it is called Ashirvadam. When the younger one praises the elders, it is called Mangala Sasanam. Periyalvar, the father of Andal, did the Paratva Nirnayam and then sang Pallandu Pallandu. You live long years. He was telling about the Bhagavan Ukamandi Garuda Bhagaram. That is the Mangala Sasanam to Perumal. Following the footsteps of our father and Guru, Andal also sings Potri as Mangala Sasanam here. In this Pasuram, she is saying Perumal rise and sit on the Simhasana. And she makes the request to grant the Anugraham. She is carried away by the Bhagavan's beauty. With ecstatic mood, she offers Potri Mangala Sasanam. Let us look at the background first. If you look at the Ashtaksharam, specifically Pranavam, and that to Agaram, the first letter, in the last Pasuram Ma Rimalai Muranjal, we saw Lord Sriman Narayana was the sole cause for the universe. He is a Jagat Karanagan, cause for everything. He is Paramaseshi, ultimate owner and boss of everyone. Only the owner can measure the property. So that's why she is singing here, Andri Ulagam Alanda Yadi Potri, glorifying the Trivikrama Avadaram, where Bhagavan measured all the worlds. Veda says, Karanam Tudheyaha, pray to the cause. Over the cause of everything, pray to him. That is why Narayana, Sriman Narayana, is the Aradhya Devada. He is the one who has been told in all the Purva Bhagams of the Vedam, behind all the karmas are described in the Purva Mimamsa. That cause is being prayed. The Agaram in the Pranavam, as we said, Agara, Ugaram, Agaram. Agaram tells you the Karanam. Agarartho Vishnuhu, Aksharanam agarosmi. Agaram is the first letter in the alphabet. It is a basis, origin for all these sounds. All other sounds come from that one. Adi, Moolam, Arambam, Adaram, whatever we say that one, all this indicate Karanatvam, Adaratvam. So it is relevant to indicate the Bhagavan who is the origin for everything. So Bhagavan is indicated by the letter Agaram. Agaram also comes from the Dadu, that is the Ra. What is it is Av. From that one it is coming from that. It means Rakshagan, protected. Karanatvam now moves into the Rakshagatvam. Swami Desikan in Sarasaram says, Karaname Sharanyam Indru Sudhi Siddhamagayale Saranyadekki Migavam Uvayaktamana Rakshagatvam Ariya Vendum. When we say Bhagavan is a Jagat Karanagan, he is also the protector, Raksharan. So the one who is the cause, Karanam, naturally protects the manifested products, Karyam. So now we are looking Karanatva also implies Rakshagam. So Karanatva coming through the Srishti. Bhagavan is a cause that we understand from the Srishti. Rakshagam comes through his Avadaram. The protection comes through the Avadaram. Now in the Pasuram she says is Seshitvam. Seshitvam is indicated by the Lupta Chadurthi. Agaram, Ugaram, Magaram. But the A and Ma are not connected. But there is a fourth case hidden in the Agaram that tells you Avanake Magara Jivan is going to serve only for Agaram. That is the one Lupta Chadurthi implies Seshitvam. So, the Pranavam, when we are understanding Karanatvam, Rakshagatvam and Seshitvam, these are all signified. Hence, Andal expresses them in these two Pasurams, all this. With that introduction, let's go into the Pasuram. First one is Thiruppavai Upanyasam. Andri Ulagam Alanda Yadi Bhotri. Andre, on that day, when Indra and others were struggled against the Mahabali Chakravarti, Andri, you Ulagam, this world, Alandai measured. Adipotri, for those feet we are praising, to live long years, several long years. Trivikrama's valor is cherished in this Pasuram, saying, hail your feet that measured this world on that day long time ago. Why? First is Thiruvadi. Of all the parts of the Lord, his feet is the most easy anyone can hold and perform Sharanagati. Privachan Pillai in the Vyakyanam says that one, just like the baby looks for the mother's breast for feeding, similarly, we, the Achetanas, we don't have any other refuge. We look at Bhagavan's Thiruvadi to hold on to that. Touching the Lord's feet shows our humbleness. Anywhere you touch the feet, it shows your humbleness of the surrendered. It generates some compassion, some kind of kindness from the heart of the Bhagavan. Anadigrahamaniyam hi charanagrahanam. There's a saying says, if you hold on to someone's feet, he cannot shake it and run away. Even Kiradagan, even if it's a bad person, he would say, let me think about it. So that is why we hold on to the feet. Because the greatness of the Thiruvadi, he never abandons those who surrender. Dvaya mantra, also called the mantra ratna, when you recite Sriman Narayana Charanau, Charanau means Dvivajanam, both the feet, that's what it means. Piratiyum Avanum Vidilum Thiruvadigal Vidadu Tinkadala Irukkum. Even Bhagavan may leave you, even Prati may leave you, but his Thiruvadi, his lotus feet will never abandon you. Man Pugal Naranan Tinkadal Sere. Nammalvar also tell the same thing. That's why Andal praises Bhagavan's divine feet, lotus feet first. She offers Mangala Sasanam to his Thiruvadi, which is a chief cause for our Ujjivanam. Second one is talking about the strength, Thiral. சென்றங்கு தென்னிலங்கை செற்றாய் திரள் போற்றி. சென்று அங்கு, going, went there. தென்னிலங்கை, you went over there to southern Lanka. Chetrai, you destroyed. Thiral potri, the valor with which you have done that one, I am praising. The praise of is Thiral means strength, bravery. Now Andal turns into Rama Avadaram. We hail to your bravery with which you went there to the southern part of Lanka and conquered. At least Vamana stood in the same place and measured. But Rama, you went all the way crossing the ocean. You are so magnificent one. Puli kedanda gugagile chendadai tatti eluppuvarai pole. You go into the cave where the tiger is sleeping, patting on that one and asking to wake up. That is what you are doing. In Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna tells about all the different things what he is, Bhavanaga Bhavadasmi Ramaha Sastra Brudam Aham. Sastra Brudam. On the wielder, employer of weapons, Aham Ramaha. When you are asking Dhanus, when he is having the bow and puts the astram and sastram and everything, I am like Rama. That is what Krishna is saying over here. Andal is praising the strength, power, valor, gallantry. Balam means Lord Rama killed the mighty 10-headed Ravana. Ilangai Padalaga Padeburudanekke Pallandu Kurudume. Father has said that one, Periyar was saying that one. But why we are cherishing is Rama went to Lanka, gave the home court advantage to the Ravana. One can imagine the courage and strength when you go into the enemy's territory. He is having all the Sainyam, all the places. He knows everything. That is why you are going as a foreigner and you are trying to go and take over him. That's why Swami Desikan says, Uttama Amartalam Amaithadur Eliltanivin Uttakanayal. Uttama Amartalam. Why it is Uttamam? Because Bhagavan went there, gave the home court advantage to Ravana. She caused this victory of Ravana 10 heads. The 10 heads symbolizes our Indriyams. Why praise is strengthened? The Jiva is imprisoned in the Shariram. Prisoners did some kind of a criminal activities. That's why they are put in prison. We also did the criminal activities, breaking the Shastras. Bhagavan put us in the jail. What is the jail? Pragrita Shariram, which obstructs our true desire to go to Bhagavan and cherish him. Those are the things getting obstructed. It causes suffering through several janmas. Our laments. ஆவிதிகை கைவர் குமைக்கும் சிற்றென்பம் பாவியேனை பலனி காட்டி படுப்பாயோ தாவி வையம் கொண்ட தடந்தாமரைகட்கே கூவிக்கொள்ளும் காலம் இன்னும் குறுகாதோ. The Avi, the Jiva, the Atma is inside. It is stunned. It is startled. Looking at that, while I am here, you guys are all going into all the kinds of temptation and doing all the wrong things. That is what he is saying over here. So, we are praying to the Rishikesan. Rishikam is the Indriyam. Rishikan Isan, please take care of all these Indriyams. I want them to work towards you, not towards the worldly pleasures. In the Pasuram, continuing, next 4 lines going to talk about Krishna's glory. Andal sang only 1 line for Rama. Next 4 lines for Krishna's glory. And many of the acharyas tell why it is like that one. Rama was a Chakravarti Thirumagan. He got a great wealth and everything. He got a great acharya. He got great brave brothers and everything. But look at Krishna, where he was. He was born in the jail. His uncle is waiting to kill him and everything. And all the people closer to him are the Idayas. They don't know anything from the right hand to the left hand. That is why people took pity on Krishna. Mind. Pondrachagadam Udaittai Pugal Potri. So previously we talked about Thiral, bravery of Rama. Here, mind, how the Manasi is done. Pondrachagadam destroyed the wheel. Udaittai by kicking. Pugal Potri, praising the fame. In the Swapadesam, Shagadam means wheel. Our mind is like a wheel spinning in all direction. Swami Desikan says, Purudan Manivaramaga, Pundramula Prakriti Maruaga, Mantandaga, Thirul Marul Val Orayaga, Angarangal Sarangam Sangaga, Manam Tigiriyaga, Tigiri Chakaram. That is it. Sudarsana Alvar Mari, our mind is keeps on rotating inside. Andal wants the Lord, please control our mind. That is when you are having 5 indriyams, 5 other indriyams, 5 indriyams are intelligence, 5 are karma indriyam, the 11th one is the manas, that is inside indriyam. Not the outside indriyam, inside indriyam she is sparing, under indriyam. Karma avidhyari chakre, Pradipusha Mihanadi Chitra Pravahe. Swami Desikan says that one. Anadi Chitra Pravahe. Originless, strange, and flooding. Karma, Avidya, Adi Chakre. Karma. When we look at that one, Ajnanam, Karma, Vasanai, Ruji, Dega Sambandham. That vicious circle on that one. That Shagadam signifies the Manasi going through all of them. She praises the Pugal, glory, Vaibhavam. Just as he subdued the external indriyams, please subdue internal manasi. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, hey Arjuna, keep meditating on my auspicious and accessible Subhasraya Trimeni. That is very important because when you look at the Divya Mangala Vigraham, it is Subham and Ashrayam. When you are asking a Divya Surubam, Bhavanude Divya Mangala Surubam, we cannot, where is the Rubam for that one? So it is Subham, you cannot do Ashrayam. So Krishna is showing Subhasraya Trimeni. Think about that one. It will divorce you from all the worldly pleasures. Your pava will go away. That is what Krishna says in Uddha Vigida also. Tum tu sarvam parityacha snegam swajana bandhushu mayi avesya mana samyak. Put your mind on me. Naturally everything, the worldly desires will go away. Then you will understand my Vaibhavam. That is what he is saying. So, Pondrat Chagadam Udaiktai Pugal Potri means Andal praising the Lord and as a divine body to help control our mind. Mangala Sasanam for Bhagavan's Thirumeni and Vaibhavam and Kirti, and by that she is begging, she is asking, she is requesting, please control the mind. Next one is the feet, Kadal. Kandra Kunila Yerindai Kadal Potri. Kandri means calf. Kunila means a sling, throwing like a stick. Yerindai, through. Kadal Potri, praise the feet. We hail your feet, which you threw away the demon called Vatsasuran, who was disguised as a calf. Krishna lifted the calf above his head and threw fiercely like a sling towards another Asura who was making on the ebony tree, Vilangani. So both of them died over there. Kandrin Uruvagi Meipulatte Vanda Kalla Asurar Dammai Chindri Piditti Sirikkegalale Vilangai Yerindai. Alvar says beautifully. Shakadasuran, only one Asura. Krishna killed him when no one was watching. Shagadam, he was kicking that one. But here, the two Asuras, he killed both of them while everyone was watching. Kadal Potri, when he says, Krishna bent his knee and then he was throwing that one. He praises the feet. Though, which one threw the Asura? His hands. Krishna with his hands only, he threw that one. But we are praising the legs here because you need the power on your foot to have the power on your hand. You might see that one in the games, shot put. In the shot put, he is throwing that one heavy ball, but his power is on his knees and the foot. Baseball, how the pitcher is throwing, the power is on the feet. That is why she is saying here, we are praising your feet, the greatness and the glory of your feet. Krishna took one Asura as a sling and threw it on another one, on the discus and the tree. how much power you should have had on the hands. For that, helping everything is feet. Feet is vital to release the strength on the hand. He subdued Ravana, external indriyams, 10 indriyams, Rama did that one. And Shagada, the mind on that one. Now he subdued the deceit inside you. We must firmly hold on to his Thiruvadi and meditate on that one. Subhasraya Tirumeni and his Vaibhavam and pray, Bhagavan, please remove all the other temptation. Give the Anubhavam for me. For all other Purushartham you are asking for a car or a computer or whatever, a promotion in the office, he may delay that. But whenever you ask for Jnanam, Bhakti, Anubhavam and Kaingaryam, Bhagavan grants immediately. Next one is the Govardhana protection. Kundra Kudayai Edithai Gunam Potri. Kundra means small mound, hill, rock. Kudayai umbrella. Edithai, you lifted that one. Gunam, your nature. So, praising the Govardhanagiri. The last 4 lines, what we do, Indra, how the Bhagavan has helped. When you look at the Rama Avadaram and Krishna Avadaram, all other times Indra has got a problem. So, Vamana Avadaram, Rama Avadaram, Krishna Avadaram, Shakadasuran, Vatsasuran, all the time Indra had problem. Bhagavan went and helped him. See Indra what he did over here? He waited, all the job is done, and now what happens is he is turning against the Bhagavan. That is where he took the Govardhanagiri. We hail to your divine quality with which you lifted the Govardhana mountain and protected the whole community without any partiality from the unstoppable rain. Andal compliments Bhagavan's neutrality. He says, Samogam Sarva Bhudeshu. All of them are equal. Whether it's a good person or a bad person, rich person or poor, or tall or short, it doesn't make any difference. When he takes that one, Govardhanagiri, he protected everybody under that one. Unbiased. That is the gunam she was praising on this. Next one. Vendripagagedakkum ninkayil veil potri. Once the rain is stopped, now Krishna threw the mountain back and took the spear. Vendre, win over. Pagai kedukkum, destroying enemies. Nin kayil veil, the spear in your hand. Potri, she praises his veil. He destroys not the enemies, but the enemyism or the enmity. Pagai mai, that's what he is doing. So just like our acharyas, when they argue on the debates and everything, they refute false interpretation only, not taking on the persons. That is hitting under the belt. They don't do that one. Bhagavan removes hostile tendencies by showing his strength, beauty and gunas and all of them. She praises his veil, the weapon for the cowherds, just as Periyalvar praised Shangu and Chakaram, he was praising. Similarly, she is praising the veil. Many of our acharyas says veil means any sharp ayudam. It's a upalakshanam. So any sharp ayudam, any sharp weapon it is. Our Purvacharyas Vyakyanam says it is nothing but Sudarsana Chakram. Shendrangu Tennilangai Shetrai Thiral Potri Thiral. Pundra Chagada Mudaithai Pugal Potri. Kundra Kudayai Edithai Gunam Potri. When you look at this one, Thiral, Pugal, Gunam. When you say that one, Bhagavad Gunadiseya Anubhavam in these 3 lines. Andri Olaga Malandai Adi Potri Adi. Kandri Kunilai Yerindai Kadal Potri Adi and Kadal. Bhagavad Subhasraya Tirumeni Dhyanam in 2 lines. Vendri Pagagedakkum Ninkayil Veil Potri Veil Ayudam. Bhagavan's Divya Ayudam. So, when you look at that one, Gunadisiyam in 3 lines, and the Trimeni, Subhasraya Trimeni, Dhyanam in 2 lines, and then Veil, Bhagavan Ayudam in one of them. So, Andal here says 6 times potri. Adi potri, Thiral potri, Pugal potri, Kadal potri, Gunam potri, Veil potri. Arushuvai undi. We have sweet, inippu, sour, pulippu, salty, uvarpu, bitter, kashapu, pungent, karpu, astringent, thuvarpu. All the 6 arusuvai undi agamannam agamanna agamannaha agamannado agamannado agamannadaha. Taittiriya Upanishad at the end says, when you go to the moksham, you say, Bhagavan, you are the food for me. I am doing the Kaingaryam, that is the food for you. That is why when you look at that one, when you are poetry, when you say here, this is equivalent to what you are singing Agamanna in the moksham. That is what we are singing over here. So all of them has to be mixed. And if you are looking at the Yugadi day, we make a pachari with a jaggery, which is sweet, neem flower, which is bitter, pepper and chili, salt, tamarind juice, and raw mango. It is taken on the first day of the new year to show life is full of all different emotions. Representation of accepting all types of emotion. That's the food we eat every day and everything. So when you look at that one, how beautifully 6 of them connected to the food what we eat, and how she shows in Moksham the Anandam Nitya Muktas are doing, we can do the same thing by repeating this Pasuram again and again and everything. After the Mangala Sasanam, she states, Endrendrum un sevagame eti paregolvan. Endrendre. Thus in all these days, un sevagame eti, praising, cherishing only your service, paregolvan, so that we shall be liberated. Go to the moksham. Indri yam bandom. Today we have come. Irangelo, have mercy. For us, Ettugaye engal parai. Praising, singing, glories of you, that is the moksham for us. That is the Parama Purushartham. We are requesting you to grant the eternal Kaingaryam. Sevagame yeti means putting the Kaingaryam as the highest, cherishing your Kaingaryam. Later she is going to say, Unake nama chaivo, only for you we will do the Kaingaryam. Our Surubam, the Dharminyanam says, I am a slave to you. It wants to do Kaingaryam. So our Surubam, the Lakshanam for Sri Vaishnavan, is doing Bhagavada Acharya Kaingaryam. Parai, this word mentioned several places. It means pure, complete, everlasting enjoyment of the Lord, called Paripurna Brahmanubhavam. But that enjoyment cannot be bottled in. Once when you get that bliss within one's heart, we have to let it out. That Anandam has to come out through a safety valve, and it comes out through Kainkaryam. Very beautifully they say in the Dushyanta and Shakuntala that Dushyanta is such a great king, and Shakuntala was somewhere in the forest. He takes her and puts her on his lap and says, how can I press your leg? How can I do? Because his love is so extreme, he wants to show some Kainkaryam. Yadavde sayatuma. That is what. That is what our Anandam will come into the Kainkaryam part. Kim kurairi Kainkaryaha. Kainkarya means the longing. What should I do? What should I do? Standing there and asking for that one, awaiting eagerly for that command of the master to tell you something. Seshi Uganda Kaingaryam. Indriyam Bando Mirangelo. Indre. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, just today itself. Anadikalam for the ages. We never realized our Surubam. We never realized this Atma belongs to you. And we thought everything is mine. And now we come out of all the Brahmams. And the Nitya Kaingaryam is a permanent one, eternal bliss. And that is what we want to have. And that is the one we want it on the Prakriti Mandalam. No need to wait until we go to Moksham. Prabhattik Anantarame Moksham. Yam Bandom. For Bhagavat Anubhavam, we are all coming here together. Kudi irinde kulinde. She is going to say that one. We seek your lotus feet to do Kaingaryam for you. To Bhagavat Gunadisya Anubhavam and Kaingaryam in some fashion. Mano, Vak, Kaya, any of them. Bhagavan has given everything to us. Having the boarding pass, we should strive to enjoy. So we are asking, please, Irangi in your mercy, your compassion. That is Ubayam for us. Please show mercy, pity, kindness on us. We are seeking eternal Kaingaryam. Lord, we have come to you on what basis? Akinchanar, Ananya Prayojanar, Ananya Gadiyar. We cannot do anything. We don't have no other refuge. We don't have any other desire. So please, Erangel means have mercy and grant Parai Paripurna Bhagavat Anubhavam. How do you get the Paripurna Bhagavat Anubhavam here? Only through Kainkaryam. Endendum un sevagame yetti paregolvan. Forever, eternally, in all possible ways and everything. So here, Sandoshartam Bumrusadi Muguhu. When we say all the Kainkaryam we do, there is no palan. That is the palan itself, Kainkaryam. Kavidarkiga Simmaya Kalyana Gunasharine Simade Venkadesaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha Simade Negavanta Maha Deshigaya Namaha Andal Thiruppavai Sharanam.